week 2 of Sfirat HaOmer, the counting of the Omer, and this week it's all about Gevura. Shalom friends, Rabbi Rome here with a brand new week of mystical Kabbalistic insights into the counting of the Omer. Today is Friday, so we're going to do both day 8 and 9, Chesed and Gevura of the Gevura, so we don't miss a beat. But before we get started, just a friendly reminder, if you guys are enjoying the content, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell below if you haven't already done so, because Torah should be awesome. Okay, first up, Chesed of Gevura of the Divine Soul. So Gevura in general of the Divine Soul is all about having Yirah, which some would call fear, others would call awe. But I think the best way to really describe Yirah is having a constant awareness of the supernal light. A super necessary component of our spiritual growth and development is maintaining a constant connection with the infinite light of the Creator, the Or Ein Sof. And Kabbalah teaches us that there are certain actions that strengthen and nurture that connection. And then there are things that totally hurt that connection and further fragment our consciousness by dropping us into what's called an ego state or klipa. And so it's super important to have a constant awareness of those things that either expand or contract our consciousness. Now, those mechanisms, the mystics say, of course, are what's laid out in the Shulchan Aruch, or Jewish Code of Laws. So the Chesed of Gevura is essentially having a love for the detailed intricacies of Jewish law. Kabbalah explains that when I fully understand and integrate and internalize that the minute details of Jewish law are not just a bunch of man-made rules that are there to restrict and limit my life, boo, but rather they provide me with a divine framework for continuously being in a state of unity and oneness with the Creator. I then see the halacha in a totally different light. I begin to have a love for that framework and see it as something positive and beneficial, and I am super motivated and excited. Yeah. So that's Chesed of Gevura of the Divine Soul. Because of my Yirat Shamayim, awareness of the divine, I love the framework that keeps me connected. Okay, what is an aspect of Jewish law and observance that you love to do because of the discipline it gives you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And now the Chesed of the Gevura from the side of Klipa. This is being too overly concerned and in love, so to speak, with making money because of my fear of what will be in the future. Having a job, a retirement plan is perfectly fine. Kabbalah teaches us that, yes, we do have to make a kli, a vessel for the light and divine abundance to flow into our lives. But when I start to be afraid and worry about how I'm going to make a living, how I will be able to support myself in the future, then I've definitely fallen into klipa consciousness. When I start to lose sleep, thinking, who's going to take care of my kids in case I pass? And I start to have a love for making money, totally investing my mind and my heart and soul into figuring out ways to make it, then that's called Chesed of Gevura. Love for the physical or material, which stems from fear and insecurity. We will definitely be working in the near future on learning the tools to turn those fears and worries into trust and faith. So keep that in mind. Stay tuned. And this is for day 9, Gevura of the Gevura of the Divine Soul. This is the constant awareness and caution to not get disconnected from the light of the Creator. I'm afraid of transgressing a commandment, not because of the punishment of fire and brimstone that awaits me, but I'm afraid of getting disconnected from Hashem. I make sure what I'm putting into my mouth is spiritually fit food, kosher food. I make sure what's coming out of my mouth is also spiritually fit, and I'm not talking lashon hara or gossip. I'm regularly checking my tefillin, my mezuzahs. Shabbat is Shabbat, and etc., etc. Because I know and feel that Hashem is my life source. And I'm careful not to do anything that will cause that light and energy to stop flowing. Gvura of Gvura. So what is an aspect of Jewish law that you struggle with? Is it gossip? Is it Shabbat? Or honoring your mother and father? Let me know in the comments below, and let's see if we can unlock the mystical secrets behind it. And finally, Gvura of the animal soul is being afraid of those that have power in this world. Because I'm worried about my future and about making a living, Gvura, I'm also afraid of those that have power and influence over my future. People like my boss, politicians, terrorists, my mother-in-law. The more I'm stuck in duality consciousness, the more power I think these people have over my life, and the more worried and stressed I become because of them. Gvura of Gvura. Who is someone that you think has a lot of power and influence over your life and brings you a lot of stress? Be aware of that and know that it is possible to let that go and elevate your consciousness back to the source. Stay tuned for that. Okay, friends, that's it. Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy those fluffy challahs. Stay happy. Stay safe. Peace.